Oh, hey guys, welcome back to another video. I know I've been lacking a little bit. Hopefully, this is the return of me and my videos. So, right now, what we're going to do in today's video is we are going to reorganize my bookshelf while I also talk about other things. So, this is going to be a YouTube video, but I also think I'm going to make it a podcast episode because I also have some thoughts that I want to talk about. Basically, I've been wanting to leave the home for some time and I haven't done it. And then I looked at my bookshelf and I was like, yeah, I think it's time that we reorganize this. Right. So, it's not really a bookshelf per se. It's a stack of books under my desk, but it's my bookshelf. Um, so a topic I want to talk about right now while I do this. Okay, first let's organize how I'm gonna do this. So we're gonna have all the way on the right, I think, be books that I've read, and then as we move more this way, we're gonna have books that I haven't read, and we'll organize them more. But basically, the far end will be books I've already read. Books over here, books I need to read. Basically, a topic I want to talk about is the creation of content because I think it's something that you really have to find your own groove with. But one thing that I think I've realized from my little journey is that when you create content, you have to create stuff in the medium that you want to post it in, if that makes sense. So for example, it's like if you want to make an Instagram video, don't go and record a 20-minute video of you talking about nonsense, even though it's like a try on haul video thing. Because like I did that recently. And it's like, okay, well, if you're going to do a 20-minute try on haul video, then maybe you should just make it a YouTube video and make it that, Because if you make it 20 minutes long, you're going to fill those 20 minutes with a bunch of stuff that you want to say, and you really can't condense that information without cutting it to be like or ah, or ah, you know? I mean, at least for me, I'm not like that. But I recorded that video in a vertical, I'm like in the vertical, so I couldn't make it a YouTube video because it's not in the horizontal mean. So I had to keep it in that means, and I had to make it work. Anyway, so my boyfriend's calling. Hey guys, I'm sorry. I was on the phone for a while. So basically, what I've done is I stacked all the books I've already read over here. So a lot at the bottom, it's like some of my university books. Sometimes we get up, it's some of Armand's books, and then up to the top are books that I've already read. So now the other piles I'm making are ones that I haven't read that I want to read, and then this small pile is like ones that I have not read that I would not want to read and would consider giving away. So that's gonna be this pile right here. But basically, in the books that I don't want to read pile are Walden and Call of the Wild. I really did want to read both of those books for a really long time because in high school I took a class called Call of the Wild, which was basically based off of these two books. And then I started reading them and I was like, holy shit, they're so fucking boring and it's so fucking performative. Because even like Thoreau, I read somewhere that even when he lives in the cabin, he like sustained himself off of like people's donations to him and that he wasn't that far from a town. So that really ruined it all for me. Anyway, the rest of the books in the collection are these. It's Fight Club, A Farewell to Arms, A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man, The Great Gatsby but in Italian, and The Reivers of Scath. The Reivers of Scath is the third book in a series, which I didn't know. That's why I bought it from a secondhand bookstore. So I haven't read the two other books. Maybe at some point I will. But here it is. Anyway, then also, let me finish this pile really quick. At the top of the list is the Oliver Twist. I got halfway through it and couldn't finish it, which I think should tell you a lot about it. And I really tried to push through this book, but it was literally impossible. It was so fucking depressing and just like objectively wasn't good, so I really don't get it. Then we have this as another book I bought at the secondhand store. I don't know, I guess I'll read it. It's just like so ominous. Then we have Hot Water Music by Bukowski. I've never read any of his books. It's like a book of short stories. Then we have some Bulgarian books. And then we have The Three Musketeers in this giant version. Like, look how it's... Like, I could never read it. I don't know, this is kind of goofy. I guess this one goes at the bottom then. Okay, so then the next is gonna increase. Now we're gonna like go through the other ones. So we have these like American books that I bought from that random store. And wait, I also forgot I have this Canoeing in the Wilderness. I could probably like read it in a day just to say that I read it, you know? So I wanted to do something like that. I'm not in that era right now though. Maybe this is the next book I'll read. It seems pretty easy. And it's like, it seems like it's more about other stuff than putting. So I'll read that next, I think. These are like coffee table books, so I think I'll put them over there. Same with this. Goes over there. Okay, I have to organize these. Okay. These are like novels I have to read. Short things I can read. Short things I can read. This is Myth of Sisyphus, The Social Contract, and Nationalism. These are short ones. This is one of the American books. It's called The Super Americans. I bought these all at a secondhand store. I don't know. And all at different ones. Funny. Ethics of Ambiguity and Hot Water Music are not going to go in the same thing because they're just kind of like not fast reads per se. Then we have Kurt Vonnegut. I guess we put this in like in this novels category. Democratic Economy, I'd say it goes with the Simone de Beauvoir and all that stuff. On Fear, I would say goes in that same one. The Magus is a novel. My hair fell out. Italo Calvino Cosmicomics. I don't know. My friend bought this for me for my birthday. I have no idea what it's about though. It seems like a quick one. So I'll put that there. On Photography goes with like these theoretical ones over here. Parlane tra amici. As you can see, I have a really hard time speaking Italian. My boyfriend's calling again.